Hello, when we speak of understanding someone's true character, we must turn our attention to their patterns of behavior and how they navigate life. Words may be deceptive, but actions, especially in critical moments, are far more revealing. To truly know a person, you must observe 5 distinct aspects of their life. Understanding someone's true character starts with observing how they treat people who have no power over them. This single aspect is profoundly revealing because it removes the filters of self-interest and external gain, laying bare the authentic nature of a person's behavior. In relationships where power dynamics are unequal and there is no expectation of reciprocity, an individual's actions are often driven by their core values and not by what they hope to gain. These interactions are, therefore, one of the most reliable indicators of who a person truly is. Consider, for example, how someone treats service workers, waiters, janitors, or cashiers. These are often people who hold no societal power over their customers. They are typically in positions of serving others, making them an easy target for dismissive or condescending behavior. The way someone interacts with them, whether with kindness and respect or impatience and disregard, is a window into their character. Are they polite and patient, or do they snap at minor inconveniences? Are they understanding of mistakes, or do they escalate trivial issues? Their approach in these moments reveals far more than how they behave toward people they admire or seek to impress. The same principle applies to how someone treats children or animals. Neither can offer status, wealth, or influence. Neither can provide tangible rewards or bolster someone's reputation. Yet, people with genuine kindness will treat them with gentleness and care. Those interactions, though seemingly insignificant, highlight a person's capacity for empathy and respect for life itself. Conversely, someone who disregards or mistreats those who are vulnerable displays a lack of compassion and inability to connect with others beyond self-interest. This dynamic also extends to how individuals treat their subordinates or employees in professional settings. Leadership often amplifies true character, as power and authority can easily be misused. Leaders who treat their teams with dignity, encourage open communication, and offer support demonstrate strength of character. They understand that power should be wielded with responsibility and humility, not dominance or fear. On the other hand, leaders who belittle, intimidate, or exploit their subordinates reveal insecurity and a lack of integrity. And the reason this measure is so accurate is that it strips away the element of gain. People are naturally inclined to behave favorably toward those they perceive as powerful, influential, or useful. They may go out of their way to impress a boss, flatter someone they admire, or be courteous to someone with authority over them. This behavior, while not inherently wrong, is often motivated by self-interest. It says little about their values because their actions are calculated to serve a purpose. However, when faced with someone who holds no sway over their lives, they have no external incentive to behave well. In these moments, their behavior is guided purely by their intrinsic sense of morality or lack thereof. How a person treats those with no power reflects their understanding of the broader social contract. It's an acknowledgement that respect, kindness, and fairness are not transactional. They are universal principles that apply to everyone regardless of status. Those who embody this belief demonstrate a deep sense of humanity and an appreciation for the dignity of all people. They recognize that every individual, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is deserving of respect. This is a powerful testament to their character. On the other hand, when someone dismisses, mistreats, or dehumanizes people without power, it often reveals a dangerous entitlement. They may view respect as something that must be earned through status or influence, rather than as an inherent right. This attitude reflects a lack of empathy and an inability to see others as equals. It suggests that their interactions are governed by what benefits them, rather than by a genuine commitment to fairness or decency. Importantly, this observation is not about perfection, but consistency. Everyone has moments of frustration or impatience, and no one is entirely immune to misjudgments. However, it is the overall pattern of behavior that matters. Someone with strong character will demonstrate respect and kindness as a consistent default, even when circumstances are challenging or emotions are high. They will strive to treat everyone, regardless of status or power, with the same level of dignity they would expect for themselves. This principle also extends to personal relationships. How someone treats a friend during their lowest point, when they can offer nothing in return, is a telling sign of true loyalty and care. Do they show up with compassion and support, or do they distance themselves because the relationship is no longer convenient? True character is revealed in these unguarded moments, when there is no audience to impress, no reward to gain, and no obligation to fulfill. How someone treats people with no power over them is a reflection of their deepest values. It speaks to their integrity, their capacity for empathy, and their ability to recognize the shared humanity in others. By observing these interactions, we gain an unfiltered glimpse into their character, one that cannot be masked by charm, charisma, or superficial gestures. And perhaps most importantly, it serves as a reminder to reflect on our own actions, to ensure that we too treat others with the respect and kindness that we wish to see in the world. Adversity is one of the most profound tests of a person's character. When faced with challenges, setbacks, or moments of failure, people are stripped of the comforts and stability that usually shield their true selves. In these moments of struggle, their reactions and choices reveal far more about who they are than any carefully curated image ever could. Adversity pushes people into uncomfortable territory, forcing them to confront their limits, fears, and vulnerabilities. It is here, in the crucible of difficulty, that character is forged and exposed. When life unfolds smoothly, it is easy to maintain composure and demonstrate virtues like patience, kindness, and resilience. However, the true test of these qualities comes when the ground beneath one's feet becomes unstable. In the face of adversity, some individuals rise to the occasion, meeting hardship with courage, determination, and grace. Others, however, may falter, reacting with anger, bitterness, or blame. The difference lies not in the magnitude of the challenge, but in the strength of the individual's inner values and perspective. One of the most telling aspects of character during adversity is how individuals handle their emotions. Hardship often brings frustration, sadness, or fear, and while these emotions are natural, the way they are expressed can either build bridges or burn them. A person of strong character does not deny their pain or pretend to be unaffected. Instead, they channel their emotions constructively. They seek solutions, learn from the experience, and remain mindful of how their behavior impacts others. On the other hand, those who lash out, blame others, or wallow in self-pity reveal a lack of emotional discipline and a tendency to prioritize their discomfort over progress. Adversity also tests a person's integrity. It is easy to uphold principles when doing so comes at no cost, but the true measure of one's values is whether they remain intact under pressure. Does the individual remain honest when a lie could ease their burden? Do they treat others with fairness and respect even when their own situation feels overwhelming? These moments of ethical decision-making under duress are crucial indicators of character. A person who clings to their principles even when it is difficult demonstrates a depth of morality that is both rare and admirable. How someone approaches problem-solving during adversity speaks volumes. Challenges often demand creativity, resilience, and the ability to adapt. Those with a strong sense of character tend to view adversity not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as an opportunity for growth. They take responsibility for their circumstances, even when external factors contribute to the difficulty, and focus on what they can control. This proactive mindset not only helps them navigate hardship more effectively, but also inspires those around them. Conversely, individuals who give in to despair or look for ways to avoid responsibility reveal a lack of resilience and an unwillingness to confront the realities of life. Adversity also brings into focus how a person interacts with others during tough times. Stress and pressure often test relationships, and some individuals, when overwhelmed, may become irritable, selfish, or dismissive. However, those of strong character maintain their sense of empathy and consideration for others, even when they are struggling. They recognize that their difficulties do not give them license to disregard the feelings or needs of those around them. Instead, they draw on the relationships for support while offering the same in return. This ability to remain kind and connected, even under pressure, is a hallmark of true character. Importantly, adversity often reveals a person's capacity for self-reflection and personal growth. Those with strong character view challenges as opportunities to learn about themselves. They ask hard questions. What can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? What changes can I make to avoid similar difficulties in the future? By embracing adversity as a teacher, they emerge from hardship not only more resilient, but also more self-aware. In contrast, those who avoid introspection may repeat the same mistakes, failing to grow or evolve. Adversity is also a test of patience and endurance. Some challenges are not solved quickly or easily. They require perseverance and the ability to endure discomfort for extended periods. Those with strong character understand this and remain steadfast even when progress is slow or invisible. They do not give in to the temptation of shortcuts or quick fixes that compromise their values. Instead, they trust in their ability to overcome challenges through consistent effort and determination. Adversity reveals whether a person has a sense of gratitude and perspective. Even in the darkest times, individuals of strong character find ways to appreciate the good in their lives. They focus on what they still have rather than dwelling on what they have lost. This perspective not only helps them navigate their own challenges, but also uplifts those around them, showing that hope and positivity are possible even in difficult circumstances. In summary, adversity strips away pretense and comfort, revealing the core of who we are. It tests emotional discipline, integrity, problem-solving skills, relationships, and resilience. It exposes whether we are guided by principles or swayed by circumstances. But perhaps most importantly, adversity offers the opportunity for transformation. How we respond to it determines not only how others perceive us, but also how we perceive ourselves. It is in these moments of struggle that character is both revealed and strengthened, shaping the kind of person we are and aspire to be. Success, while often celebrated as the ultimate goal in life, can be as revealing of a person's character as adversity. When people achieve their ambitions, gain power, or experience moments of triumph, their true nature often emerges. Unfiltered by the constraints of struggle, success provides an environment where individuals have fewer external pressures and more opportunities to act freely, revealing their values, priorities, and how they view others. It can magnify both virtues and flaws, offering a clear lens through which character can be assessed. One of the most telling aspects of a person's character in moments of success is how they handle the newfound power or recognition that comes with it. Power, even in small doses, has the potential to corrupt or elevate a person's behavior. Individuals allow success to inflate their egos, fostering arrogance and entitlement. They may become dismissive of others, treating those who help them along the way as unimportant or expendable. This behavior is particularly revealing because it shows a lack of gratitude and self-awareness. Success in these cases exposes an underlying insecurity or need for validation that was masked by the pursuit of achievement. Rather than using their success to connect and grow, they create distance, alienating themselves from others and often undermining the very relationships that contributed to their accomplishments. Another critical indicator of character in moments of success is how individuals acknowledge the contributions of others. No one achieves success entirely on their own, yet some people, upon reaching their goals, claim sole credit for their accomplishments. This attitude reflects a narrow and self-centered perspective, one that ignores the collective efforts of mentors, colleagues, family, and friends who played a role in their journey. On the other hand, those with genuine character are quick to express gratitude and recognize the support they have received. They understand that success is often a shared experience, and that acknowledging others not only demonstrates humility, but also strengthens relationships. Success also tests an individual's sense of responsibility. With greater achievement often comes greater influence and, by extension, a greater obligation to act with integrity. Those of strong character take this responsibility seriously. They recognize that their actions can set an example for others and that their decisions carry weight. They strive to use their influence wisely, ensuring that their success benefits not only themselves, but also the broader community. They avoid the temptation to exploit their position for selfish gain and instead focus on leaving a positive and lasting impact. For some, however, success becomes a justification for abandoning principles. They may feel entitled to cut corners, bend rules, or act unethically because of their achievements. This reveals a troubling lack of moral foundation, as it suggests that their values were conditional rather than deeply held. True character, by contrast, remains consistent regardless of circumstances. It is not swayed by the allure of power or the privileges of success, but stands firm as a guiding compass. How a person treats others in the wake of success is another revealing factor. Do they remain approachable, empathetic, and respectful, or do they distance themselves and adopt an air of superiority? Individuals of strong character maintain their humanity and their connections with others, regardless of how high they rise. They do not view their success as a means to separate themselves, but rather as a way to bring others closer, to inspire and to share in their accomplishments. They understand that true success is not measured solely by personal gain, but by the positive impact it has on those around them. Success also has a way of testing a person's priorities. It often brings with it new opportunities, challenges, and temptations. Those with a clear sense of purpose and strong values remain focused on what truly matters, whether that is their relationships, their personal growth, or their contribution to society. They do not allow the trappings of success, wealth, fame, or power to distract them from their deeper goals. Instead, they use these resources to enhance their ability to live a meaningful and principled life. In contrast, those who become consumed by superficial pursuits reveal a lack of depth and direction. Their success, rather than fulfilling them, becomes a source of emptiness and dissatisfaction. Success reveals an individual's capacity for gratitude. Those who recognize the significance of their achievements without taking them for granted often exhibit a profound sense of appreciation. They understand the sacrifices made along the way, the opportunities they were given, and the people who supported them. This gratitude not only grounds them, but also serves as a reminder of their journey, helping them stay connected to their roots and values. Conversely, a lack of gratitude often signals entitlement or an inflated sense of self-importance, both of which undermine the true essence of character. Success is a mirror that reflects a person's core values, attitudes, and priorities. It strips away the need for pretense and reveals how they view themselves and others. While adversity tests resilience, success tests humility, responsibility, and integrity. It is not the achievement itself, but how one handles it that defines character. Those who remain grounded, grateful, and purpose-driven use their success as a force for good, while those who let it corrupt or inflate their egos reveal deeper flaws. In this way, success becomes one of the most powerful tools for understanding the true essence of a person. The way a person speaks about others when they are not present offers profound insight into their true character. These unguarded moments, when they feel free from scrutiny or consequence, can reveal their genuine attitudes, values, and interpersonal integrity. While words are easy to dismiss as less consequential than actions, they carry immense weight in defining who we are. How someone talks about others behind their backs reflects not only their respect for those individuals, but also their own self-awareness, emotional maturity, and ethical compass. When individuals speak positively or neutrally about others in their absence, it indicates a sense of fairness and respect. They may choose to highlight someone's strengths, acknowledge their contributions, or simply refrain from unnecessary judgment. This approach demonstrates a conscious decision to uphold principles of kindness and restraint. It shows they value people for their inherent worth rather than viewing relationships as opportunities for critique or competition. Moreover, speaking positively about others fosters trust and builds a reputation for reliability. It signals that this person is unlikely to betray your confidence or diminish your character when you're not around. How someone engages in gossip or negative talk reveals much about their deeper tendencies. When someone habitually criticizes, mocks, or undermines others in private, it often reflects their insecurities or a need to elevate themselves at someone else's expense. Rather than addressing their own shortcomings or focusing on personal growth, they redirect attention to the perceived flaws of others. This behavior may provide temporary relief for their ego, but it comes at the cost of trust and respect from those who witness it. Over time, such actions erode their credibility as people begin to question whether they, too, might become the target of unkind words in their absence. Negative speech about others can also indicate an inability to handle conflict constructively. Instead of addressing issues directly or seeking resolution, some individuals choose the path of indirect criticism. They vent frustrations to third parties rather than engaging in honest conversations with the person involved. While this might feel easier in the moment, it ultimately reflects a lack of courage and a failure to prioritize transparency and understanding. Speaking poorly of someone behind their back rather than addressing issues head-on undermines relationships and fosters division rather than connection. What's equally important is the tone and intent behind what is being said. Occasionally, people may need to discuss challenges or conflicts involving others, but the way they approach these conversations matters significantly. Constructive discussions, even when critical, are motivated by a desire to resolve issues, understand perspectives, or find solutions. They focus on behavior rather than attacking someone's character, and they are guided by fairness and compassion. And in contrast, destructive speech is often laced with sarcasm, exaggeration, or malice, designed to demean rather than improve. Another key element is whether someone's words align with their values and actions. Speaking highly of someone in their presence but disparaging them when they're not around indicates a lack of authenticity. This duplicity often stems from a desire to avoid confrontation or to maintain superficial harmony, but it ultimately betrays a lack of integrity. People of strong character strive for consistency in their words and actions, regardless of who is present, or anyone who is really even there. It's just that with power comes privileges, which are not often recognized. They understand that their reputation and trustworthiness are built on this alignment. The way someone speaks about others also reflects their ability to empathize and see the bigger picture. When someone consistently chooses to see the best in others, even when they might have reason to criticize, it indicates a capacity for understanding and compassion. They recognize that everyone has flaws, including themselves, and that judgment without context is neither fair nor constructive. This mindset fosters a culture of support and collaboration as it creates space for people to grow and improve without fear of harsh condemnation. This principle is not just about evaluating others. It is also an opportunity for self-reflection. How do you speak about others when they're not around? Are your words aligned with your values? Do you approach these conversations with fairness and integrity, or do you allow frustration or insecurity to guide your speech? Recognizing these tendencies within ourselves is crucial for personal growth. It helps us build stronger, more authentic relationships and ensures that we contribute positively to the social environments we inhabit. Speaking about others in their absence is also a way of shaping the dynamics of a group or community. Words have power. They influence perceptions, attitudes, and even behaviors. When someone consistently speaks with kindness, fairness, and respect, they set a tone that encourages others to do the same. They create an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect where people feel safe and value. On the other hand, a pattern of gossip or negativity can create a culture of suspicion and division, eroding the foundation of healthy relationships. And how someone speaks about others when they're not present reflects their sense of accountability. They recognize that their words carry weight, even in private conversations, and they take responsibility for the impact of their speech. They understand that integrity is not just about what we do when others are watching, but also about the choices we make when no one is there to hold us accountable. Choosing to speak with respect even in the absence of the person being discussed, demonstrates a commitment to higher principles and a respect for the dignity of others. The way we talk about others when they're not around is a mirror of our character. It reveals our values, our emotional maturity, and our capacity for empathy and fairness. While it is tempting to view words as less consequential than actions, they are often the foundation of trust and connection in our relationships. By striving to speak with kindness, authenticity, and integrity, even when no one is listening, we not only honor others, but also build the kind of character that reflects the best version of ourselves. How a person handles criticism reveals a great deal about their true character. Criticism, whether constructive or harsh, is an inevitable part of life, particularly for those who strive to grow, achieve, or lead. It challenges the ego, tests emotional resilience, and offers opportunities for self-improvement. A person's reaction to criticism speaks volumes about their humility, openness, and maturity. It is in these moments when their ideas, actions, or values are questioned that the depth of their character is most visible. Receiving criticism gracefully requires emotional regulation and self-awareness. For many, the initial response to criticism is defensiveness. It is human nature to protect oneself from perceived attacks, particularly when they strike at areas of vulnerability. However, individuals of strong character can recognize this instinct and rise above it. They resist the urge to retaliate or dismiss feedback outright and instead take a step back to consider its validity.